Hello, everyone. My name is Alpa Shah, and I'm the host for this podcast show. This podcast is all about inspiring voices around us. Just we try to bringing together all the inspiring voices and get everything that sparks creativity and growth. Today, I'm very excited to welcome our guest, Deepa Jhaveri. She is a rare combo of beauty with brain. Yeah, when I'm talking about beauty with brain, and it started goosebumps on my because there is a long list of her achievements. So let's start with beauty. Yes, when we talk about any woman, let first appreciate and praise her beauty. So she is a winner of Mrs. India Earth 2019, Mrs. Stylish Diva 2019, Mrs. Asia Pacific Golden Diva 2022. And she is not stopped here because when you won a crown, it's not on your head. It's always come with the responsibility on your shoulders for the society. So she is one of the world peace ambassador. Now, when we talk about beauty, the brain is there where her achievement in brain I can talk about is she never ever paid her college fees. She was always on a scholarship. She won the scholarship for entire her education. So let's welcome our dynamic personality, Deepa Jhaveri. Welcome, Deepa, on our show.
Thank you so much, Alpa, for inviting me. I'm really excited to talk to you and, share my story and my journey with you.
I'm sure there's more, talk about your achievements, which I might missed out because there's a long list when you sent your introduction. So I was like, where to start and where to stop because you have done so many which inspires a lot of women. For a woman to achieve on every front, especially when you are married and having a responsibility at home front, it's not that easy. So, guys, let me tell you one more secret about her. She's not only a beauty pageant winner, she's not only a scholarship winner in her time. She is one of the stand-up comedian, female stand-up comedian. And if I'm not wrong, Deepa, let me correct me if I'm wrong. That you are the one who is a beauty pageant winner with a stand-up comedian female. If I have because my research is never popped up with second name. Only Deepa Jhaveri's name came when I searched a comedian, female comedian with different titles. So you are the one I found who is a beauty pageant winner as well as a comedy. So tell me one thing, okay? Why this is a two different combination or two different verticals for anyone, especially a female. When I mention, when we talk about it. So it's a two different verticals. So was you always attracted to glamour?
Alpa, first of all, thank you so much for reading about me. I am not. It sounds so much better when you say it, but in reality, I don't really consider them as titles. They're just, for me, little little bit of experiences in my life. But yes, I think I at least in 2019 when I won Mrs. India Earth, I was told that I was the only stand-up comedian to win a beauty pageant title. Post that, if anything has happened, I am not aware of, but I am sure there are a lot of other talented women who are acing it in other fields and doing beauty pageants or multiple roles. So kudos to all the women who are, to me, every woman is an achiever. When you ask me whether I was always attracted to glamour, the answer is a plain, simple no. Never. I come from a
Okay.
middle class family. Yeah, because you see, when I come from a middle class family where emphasis was given more for education and respecting elders and, looking, cultivating your fine arts like, classical dance, singing, and stuff like that. Never was my family into glamour or modeling. It was like take computer science and do well in your field of education and in your job. And in fact, it was a thinking like it was a little bit of stigma. If you don't do well in your profession, then you get into glamour or modeling. So people who are not very considered successful in their professional and a respectable job would actually go into modeling or glamour. So I grew up not at all being attracted to glamour or modeling. So it was the furthest thing away from my mind. I was more into cryptic crossword solving, puzzles, and brainy games because I wanted to fit in with my family's expectations of, being the smart one, and all of us have to focus on our education. So no way was glamour anything in my mind at that point of time.
So, Deepa, you just said that, in 2019, when you won Mrs. India Earth, the title, that time you were already in profession of comedy, right? So, what
Yes.
was the, things that also inspires you to come into the comedy line? Because that's very rare, female comes in the comedy. It's a very, not that easy task to make a laugh another one. We can't make our, surrounding people, and you are on a stand-up comedian where you have a huge crowd in front of you, and which is a live show. There is no any retake over there. So, how did you start your journey with the comedy? If you would like to mention that.
Yes. First of all, my entire life so far has never been planned. It has never been by design. It has been by default, or it just happened on an impulse. I had gone to attend a stand-up comedy show with my husband. And, the person who was performing on stage, I somehow thought that maybe my punchlines were better. We were sitting right in the front, and people who sit in the front usually get roasted. So he tried to roast me, but I kept giving him one-liners back, and the audience was cracking up at my one-liners. And it was really unfortunate because the person on the stage practically had a meltdown. So that's when my husband told me, if you think you are so funny and so witty, why don't you give it a shot? Now, I have been always somebody who's never backed down from a challenge. I'm like, okay, fine, I'm going to give it a shot. And I wrote some content, some material for about 5-7 minutes, and went and performed. And all my friends came and they clapped and they said, wow, it was fantastic and great joy. And I thought I was a comedy queen on day one. And but of course, life has its own way of bringing you down. So the next time I went with so much of arrogance and cockiness and overconfidence, and I bombed big time. Not a single laugh, nobody clapped, and I was completely a mess. And I said, like, what have I gotten into? This is not for me. मैं क्या हो गई मुझे? What am I doing? And then, but I've always, like I told you, had this thing in me, never give up. You can't give up so easily. So I said, I'm not going to give up this easily. I worked on my material. I tried it again. I went to another venue, and slowly I started building from there and started improving my craft, my content, taking tips from other comics. And today I'm a senior comic, a little bit more comfortable where I am. I can't say I have reached over there. It's a long journey. Nobody can say that they have aced it in any field. We're all growing, we're all learning. And yeah, but I'm at a better place today where stand-up comedy is concerned. I wouldn't say that being a woman, it's tough to do comedy, because today a woman is there everywhere. A woman has gone to space. I mean, we have all our fantastic astronauts. We forget breaking the glass ceiling. We've conquered space. But I would just say that it was a little challenging for me being a mother in comedy. I joined this vocation very late in life, in my 40s, where it's a vocation for youngsters. Most young people do that. And a woman, with a teenage daughter coming and cracking jokes, I felt it that I wouldn't say alienated, but I didn't find many people in that genre, in that zone at that point of time, at least in India or in Mumbai. I'm from Mumbai. But yeah, it was a great challenge, and I never let that affect me. I just kept doing my thing, working on my jokes around my family, my in-laws, my husband, my daughter, because that was my comfort zone. That's what I was exposed to. So while this my audience was very young, here you see a mother coming and talking about them. So that's when the connection came. It took some time, but yes, they kind of connected that the same thing is happening in their home, because after all, mothers are mothers, kids are kids. Or by and large, most of our families are very similar in terms of our values of growing up. तो कोई भी कुछ घर पे हो जाता है, they say, yeah, ये मेरे घर में भी हुआ है. So it's like that. And Yes, my family has always been my content, my but I also do a lot of observation, current affairs, because I think a newspaper is the biggest content for any kind of information and slight take of comedy and wit.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
So, Deepa, when you said you were started very late at the age of 40, but I think so there is a proof. Life begins at 40. And that's you proved, I guess, because when you said you started late at 40, so I guess it's a second phase of life which gives you a very golden chance to prove yourself, because half of the life you are performing the different duties at work front or your home front, where your presence, things were most required. Now, when you are free from all your responsibilities and duties, I cannot say that the mothers are always, mothers gets free, but yeah, somehow, point of time, you feel now I'm like half of done the things where the kids are growing up. They are their own way, and especially today's generation, they don't need parents at every point of, their journey. So it's lovely that you are an inspiration for all the females who are watching us. Or okay, oh my God,
Yes,
she has started at 40. So
I
there is
completely,
no
yes.
age. There
I,
is no any age criteria.
exactly. Because I think, we as Indian women are very conditioned to saying, Arey, first is the family, family. And I think, we feel guilty when we have to do something for ourselves. So I want to tell the women, don't feel guilty. Love yourself so much that you want to, grow within. So, we are so conditioned that, what will people say? What is the situation like? We let a lot of things affect our own personal growth, which should not be the case. So stop feeling guilty over there. I want to just tell everybody, because it's
Yeah,
just not
because
what you will never grow if you don't step out of your comfort zone.
correct. Because
Yeah.
when you said love yourself, then only people start. You will see surrounding people are also feeling they are also loving you. Same. Sorry. Unless until you help yourself, God will also not help those people. Those help themselves first. So it's always very first step to take those challenges or towards your journey, which you said you are always unplanned and you are always bound to your challenges. You always love to take up these things, and that's you became a very good comedian, stand-up comedian. Let me correct that, stand-up comedian. So what kind of challenges, maybe some point of time in your journey, I'm not wrong, somewhere something you faced it, challenges, how come you, I mean, how did you overcome from those challenges? Because those challenges will inspire your audience, ki how to tackle those situations. You should not be just take a step back, but how to take those steps very carefully or very tactfully to reach out.
Yes. Nobody's life is a very smooth path. Everybody has challenges. So, right from my childhood, like I said, maybe it's not that I blame my family or the way I have been brought up. They come from their own way of thinking, and they're not wrong. So, if I was not encouraged to get into, I had got a lot of modeling offers when I was much younger, but all, like I said, my family never supported me in that decision because they thought that I should do something more in my educational field. But I never took it in the wrong way. I just thought that, okay, I'm going to pause this and keep it on the side, and I will do something which is, which everybody likes, and maybe sometime somewhere, if the opportunity comes, I will take it. Now, you are also growing as a person. I also want to tell here that please step out of your comfort zone and try something. While at times it's the people who are closest to you who try to bring you down. It could be from within your family, not intentionally. It comes with a lot of advice, but there is a lot of noise which you have to block. Because if you're really passionate about something, do not let circumstances, people, time, or any external force stop you. Because it's very easy to say, okay, I give up. I don't want to do it. You are right. You are right. But all of them are giving you advice from their perspective. Maybe they didn't do well in it. Maybe they have their own perceptions. Don't let that affect you. Because the minute you let negativity affect you, you are your biggest strength, you are your biggest drawback. If you let your own thoughts and other people's thoughts affect you, you're not going to discover yourself or explore yourself as much. So please don't let that happen. That is one. And secondly, try out as many of your interests as possible. You many people say, "Arey yaar, dal chawal is the best food." For me also, it's the best food. But go and try out the buffet out there. See if that buffet, if there is something that you like, then you say, yes, dal chawal is the best food. But you cannot say that till you try out what's out there. So there is a lot of opportunities for everybody in this world, especially with social media and the internet rife with which is so open and acceptable to all kinds of people with different and varied interests. Everybody is unique. Please appreciate your uniqueness, celebrate your uniqueness, and be a little brave the first time. All it takes is that first step. Go out there, try it, and it's okay to fail. Don't think that I have failed. Ab kya karungi? I can't do again. No, failure is actually the stepping stone of success. I tried a couple of business ventures which failed. A flower arrangement thing, it failed, but it's okay. I've learned so much that I'm just doing it on a small scale in my house. I learned to love flowers, cut them properly, grow them properly. So it's very nothing. There's no education that will ever go waste. So please don't bring yourself down. Challenges are a part of life. How you overcome them is your mindset. It has got nothing to do with having less money, going somewhere which is far close. It's your mindset. If you think you can do it, you will do it. So please keep that in mind, and don't let any external circumstances, situation, people, their views, or anything else come in the way of your dream.
I'm sure the audience who are listening to this, they are definitely got motivated through your this, because sometimes that's really happens. Some people criticize you because when you are trying it at very late of your age, or maybe you're out of your comfort zone, and especially when a female doing something which is not that that her criteria, or people are not able to visualize her on that platform. Okay, oh, female and a stand-up comedian, no way, that's not a combination of that, cannot be you cannot frame on that imaginations. And that helps a lot, means your advice maybe helps a lot to a lot of people to how to overcome from the challenges. And just do not listen to all the criticize. Maybe some people are criticizing you and some people are praising. You have to choose what makes you happy, or what motivates you, the criticism or the inspiration from the, or the motivation from the people. And I think so sometimes criticism is good, because when people started criticizing
Definitely.
you start
Yes.
you put your more efforts to prove, boss, this is not what you are
It
thinking.
keeps you grounded.
Yeah,
Yeah. It keeps you grounded because you should not think you are so vain and arrogant that you are the best. No, you're not. So you must listen to criticism, but don't dwell on it. The minute you
exactly.
dwell and let it linger, it is, harming your own progress. It is, stopping you from achieving. Take criticism, listen to it, but don't dwell on it. Move on. Take it into account and work on it. Yes, criticism can also be effective, and it'll help you in, because everybody is giving you their advice. Please listen to it, but don't dwell on it. Don't let the negativity affect you so much that it hampers your progress.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm
Absolutely.
sure even I will keep this in my mind whenever I fail some, I found some people are criticizing me on my work or my work, any matters. I'll definitely remember your words, and I'll keep go ahead without affecting me on those things on me. So Deepa, do you have any message to today's women who are still, I why I'm praising so much still, because I know surrounding me a lot of female I see, they are having so much potential to do something, but they can't do, maybe a fear, lack of confidence, or a lack of support. So what a one suggestion you would like to give for today's woman?
See, every woman is unique in her own way, and this is a advice not just for women, for anybody. Everybody is individual, has their own individual unique identity, and we need to celebrate that. We need to respect that and appreciate and accept that. I find that, a lot of women give excuses. If they want to do something, they're all saying, "Mujhe ya gym jana hai, I want to lose 5 kilos, but it's too far, it's too early in the morning, it's too that." Stop giving excuses. If you really want to do something, you have to, pursue it and not give up. Don't quit. And it's always, like I said, the first step that you take. I know a lot of women much older than me who want to, who are very fast, passionate about singing. You please join a class. It's not a big deal. You will be a role model for a lot of women. So you have to just step out of your comfort zone just once. There are online classes. If you think you can't travel, there are, so many communities around, surrounding you, which you're not aware of because you have just been in the four walls of your home. Your phone is your biggest friend. Please Google, find out what your interests are, go ahead, take that class, send that email, make that phone call, catch up with your friend. Don't waste any more time because, kal ka kya hoga, we don't know. With the scenarios changing, live for today. Be a little selfish also. While I said self-love, be selfish, because only if you're a little selfish that you can think about yourself. And don't feel guilty. Don't feel guilty, yaar, I can't think about myself, because that's what your mentality, your perception, your attitude is going to be your biggest drawback. Say, yes, I can do it. I will do it. I am going to do it, and I'm going to do it now. So don't waste time. And if you feel that you have something that you want to do, try it. At the most, you will fail. And don't, so you start off with, okay, nahi hoga to kya hoga? It's not a big deal. But I tried it. But you are better informed. So you know, I won't do this, but I won't do that. But have some clarity of thought. You can't just be unrealistic. I want to be an astronaut. No, that's not going to happen, right? You have certain interests. Develop your interest into passion. Develop that passion into your profession. And yes, the world is your oyster. So girls, ladies, men, boys, whoever is listening, please take that first step. That's all it is. Little bit of courage, and you'll see you are actually strong. You can do it. You don't realize it till you actually do it. And don't let anything come in the way of your, it's your time to shine. Let me tell you that. Don't think that you have to sacrifice all the time and that's your role. You are more than a mother, you're more than a daughter, you're more than a sister. You are your own unique individual. You need to celebrate that. You need that to come out. Whatever it is, whether you want to do baking, cooking, flower, gardening, you want to get into shares, you want to get into stand-up comedy. I, in my 40s, did that. What is this? Anybody can do it. So please don't don't pull yourself down. Don't let anybody pull you down, because you have it in you and you just have to tap it. You just have to find it.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Deepa, for your encouraging message and whatever you have very inspirational thoughts for the audience, as well as it's really inspired me also somewhere. So thank you for listening, guys. It means so much for me. Remember, as Deepa said, your journey is unique and every step that you take, it matters. Until next time, signing off, Alpa Shah. Thank you. Thank you, Deepa.
Thank you. Bye-bye.